So Ireland was my first big trip. I mean, I felt like it was. I had gone to Europe 3 times before, but every time I had somebody to help take care of me, I guess.
If the question comes up, where in the world do I live? I am way over here. People abroad might not know where Boston is.
But I'm 1 hour north, and they probably don't know where New Hampshire is. And I guess I'm 5 hours north of New York City by driving, if someone was to ask.
And I'm here.
This trip started when I was looking for my town library on the internet, and I saw links on Google to Ireland. I had no idea there was a Londonderry, Ireland. Seriously, I had no knowledge of any of it. I just kind of live in this town, I don't know. Travel sites were promoting that all the Halloween in America comes from Ireland and Irish cultures and traditions. All I knew was I needed to get there for Halloween. Looking at the map of Ireland, I knew Dublin existed, but I didn't know where. When looking up airports to get there, you either fly into Dublin or Shannon. Shannon does sound appealing because I've known some hot Shannons in my day, but however, I wanted to see Dublin and it was closer to Derry, so I went there. Everything was a discovery from the beginning. From the airport, what do? You go to the information desk, ask, where's Dublin? How do I get there? And they point you in the direction of the buses. And in order to go on the buses, they might tell you to make sure you get some cash out of the ATM. And I walked a bit down the sidewalk till I saw the first hostel that said something like International Hostel. And it had all kinds of flags outside. And it said vacancy. So I just went in. From this point, I just recall putting my stuff down and wanting to bask in this feeling of freedom and total victory I procured for myself. I hadn't planned anything, I just kind of went, and everything was fine. So I just kind of walked around Ireland for a bit. Seriously, the city was like a whole new world, some sort of fantasy world for me, I guess, because you're always picturing some sort of stereotypes. And basically there were some. There was a lady playing a harp on the street. Like, where the hell was I? At this point in my life, I didn't even know my own town very well. And here I am, in Dublin, Ireland, I don't know. And the first thing I wanted, of course, was a Guinness. You know, it was probably like 9 in the morning, and I was trying to find bars that were open. Trinity College was packed with students, hustling to go to class, and everyone just looked like Americans. I couldn't really tell anything different about it. Marion Square Park was nice. It had Oscar Wilde there and some of his quotes. Let's see if I could do an imitation. A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. I drink to keep body and soul separate. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Oh jeez, that sounds awful. I really like this last quote. Lying, the telling of beautiful and true things, is the proper aim of art. Anyway, I was really impressed with everything that I saw, though at times I wasn't sure what I was looking at. And it didn't matter, really. Everything was quite beautiful and mysterious. I guess that is the beauty of traveling. I must have spent $200 on Guinness from morning to night. It was only a year before that I actually had my first drink of alcohol. Or specifically got totally wasted, and I had Guinness only a few times earlier in other places. But I wanted to see how accurate it was that Guinness tasted different in Ireland. It was quite good over there. It was like a smoky chocolate milkshake without the milk or the chocolate, I guess. So, just, you know, the consistency. And I walked for hours, man. By the evening I was quite lost and I had no idea where my hostel was, so I just kept on walking into bars and using the bathroom and getting another beer or two. It was a vicious cycle, actually, but my time in Dublin was mostly me trying to get with a French au pair without any success. Though we hung out at Temple Bar and we had our first Irish coffee together. Like, we were both surprised that it was just coffee and Jameson. We're not, I don't know. Sounds silly now, but we listened to cover bands and we drank lots of Guinness, some Smithwicks, and in fact cider was popular at the bars. The floors reeked of apple vinegar from the spilt cider, which wasn't bad, I guess. Mostly I drank Guinness until I was stumbling though. On my last day, an Irish guy gave me one of these Budweisers and said, "This is the real Budweiser." I don't know. I guess it's because I was American. Basically, in a drunken stupor that night, I slept outside the bus station in the cold. The next few days, I was extremely sick.
Unfortunately not, no, we're in telephone rehearsals Thursday and Friday. Unfortunately not, no, we're in telephone rehearsals Thursday and Friday.